In the headlines, troops of Operation Hadarin Daji arrest bandit kingpin, kill in Sokoto, Zamfara. National Association of Resident Doctors Association vows to continue strike until demands are met as Nurses Midwives Association suspend planned strike in Kwara. Borno State Governor visit Kuka local government area, distributes food items. And on the foreign scene, European Union suspends budget support, security cooperation with Niger. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Abdurrahman Omar. Thanks for the news in full. Troops of Operation Hadarin Daji have killed one suspected armed bandit while others escaped with gunshot wounds in Maru local government area of Zamfara State, northwest Nigeria. Military sources said the feat was achieved on Friday when the troops were carrying out sustained clearance operations to clear bandit camps and thoroughfare roads at Sengiku, Kabugu, Lamba and Kaboro, as well as Merere villages in Maru local government area of the state. The renewed aggressive onslaught on bandit enclaves is an ongoing clearance operation by OPHD in the northwest area of its operations, which include Sokoto, Kebbi, Katsina and Zamfara states. All the arrested persons are currently undergoing preliminary investigation. The commander of the Joint Task Force Northwest Operation Hadarin Daji, Major General Godwin Mutkot, who also doubles as the General Officer Commanding 8, has commanded the troops and charged them to maintain the momentum. He further called on the people of the region to be vigilant and immediately report any suspected persons or activities of the criminals. Meanwhile, the police in Bauchi State have arrested a suspect for allegedly removing the hand of a 25-year-old man and stabbing him in the head. Ahmed Wakil, the police public relations officer in the state, in a statement on Friday explained that the suspect had for the past 2 years been on the command's wanted list over thuggery and causing grievous harm. He added that the suspect committed the crime with 2 others still at large. The statement further explained that luck ran out of the suspect when a police patrol team raided a black spot in a suburb of the Bauchi metropolis and arrested him. The PPRO said the suspect has been on the police watch list since 2021 for alleged criminal conspiracy, thuggery, causing grievous hurt, and attempting to commit culpable homicide. He explained that the police are doing everything possible to track down the remaining suspects, after which they will be charged to court. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency on Friday destroyed about 8 hectares of illegal farms in the deep forests of Oziba community in Owan West local government area of Edo State. According to the command, the action is part of its continued fight against the cultivation and consumption of cannabis sativa, commonly known as Igbo or wheat. Nafisa Bello has the rest of the details.
Led on a 3-hour journey to the location where the plants are cultivated, operatives of the Edo State Command of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, in an operation which lasted about 2 hours, stormed the deep forest of Uzeba community in Owan West local government area of Edo State to destroy the illegal farms. Briefing newsmen after the operation, the spokesperson for the command, Ondotimi Bebetu, attributed the success of the operation to credible intelligence. He therefore urged members of the public to continue providing timely information on activities of cannabis growers in their various localities to enable prompt and effective action.
This location is Ukpotia Forest of Uzeba area, Owan West local government, Edo State. And we are here to destroy a cannabis farm through intelligence-led surveillance. This destruction today is taking place via a follow-up activity where some suspects have been arrested 2 weeks ago. So it was a planned thing to come today to destroy this massive land, which has been used for cultivation of cannabis farm. And so now this farm, there are 2 farms that have been destroyed here today. The first one is the Okwoti Forest, in the Okwoti Forest, that measured 6.275875 hectares of space. When we convert it to tons, it equals 15.689 tons.
These 3 suspects, who were earlier apprehended by the operatives 2 weeks ago, led the way to the illicit drug plantation.
I was arrested in Igbo farm, but I'm not the owner of the farm.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm a job man. The person that carried me come did not tell me that this is the work I'm going to do. I don't know, I don't have anything and I don't know this place. So I just decided I don't know what I can do. I just decided to say, let me do the little I do. Let the man pay me, I come out.
According to the Edo State NDLEA command spokesperson, Ondotimi Bebetu, the suspect will be handed over to the legal unit after judicious investigation for further action. Cannabis in Nigeria is illegal, yet the country is a major source of West African grown cannabis. It is widely grown across the southern states of Nigeria, which includes Lagos, Edo, Delta, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, and Ogun. Nafisa Bello, Trust TV News, Benin.
Resident doctors have vowed to continue with their indefinite strike despite the announcement of 25% increase of their basic salary by the government. Residents, the president of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, Dr. Oji Emeka, said this at the end of the association's National Executive Council meeting in Lagos. The association says until government address their demands, which include 1-for-1 policy replacement for clinical workers, immediate payment of medical residency training fund, as well as payment of all outstanding salaries and arrears.
After critical considerations of the observations made above, the following resolutions were made. To continue the ongoing nationwide total and indefinite strike action until reasonable progress is made by the government to address her demands as contained in the ultimatum issued to the federal government on the 5th of July 2023, to demand the immediate release of the circular on 1-for-1 replacement of exited clinical workers, as we cannot continue to watch our members lose their lives and break down under the weight of work overload. To call on the governors of Abia State, Kaduna, and Enugu State, as well as other states where our members' welfare is neglected, to, as a matter of urgency, look into these challenges in order to resolve them amicably. The NEC again appeals to the federal and state governments to urgently resolve these demands in order to forestall further escalation of the ongoing industrial disharmony in the health sector.
In the meantime, the Choir Council of the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives has suspended its 21-day strike ultimatum issued to the state government over the poor conditions of service of its members. A letter to the state governor, Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, signed by the chairman and secretary Aminu Shehu and Marcus Lucas, said the decision followed the express approval of the council's demand by the governor. The demands include, among others, recruitment of more nurses into the health sector, upward review of CONHES from 70% to 100%, implementation of hazard allowance from 32,000 to 34,000 naira, as well as implementation of uniform allowance. In its effort to reduce the hardship faced by residents of the state, the Borno State government has distributed palliatives to over 20,000 resettled residents of Baga, Doro, and Cross Kawa communities in Kukawa local government area. The distribution exercise is in fulfillment of the state government's desire to provide palliatives to resettled communities in the affected local government area. From Maiduguri, Adamu Ngolde completes the report.
Governor Babagana Umar Zulum's gesture reached 13,000 households in Baga town, 3,500 in Cross Kawa, and 6,500 in Dorombaga. Each household gracefully received bags of rice, spaghetti, and maize grain, with women receiving a rafa each. Governor Zulum compassionate response to distribute essential food palliative alliance perfectly with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's food security agenda. Addressing the beneficiaries separately in Baga, Doro and Cross Kawa, Umar Zulum restated his administration commitment to address the challenges affecting their respective communities, which include rehabilitation of the educational facilities destroyed by the insurgents and recruitment of qualified teachers to teach both Western and Islamic education.
I want to assure you that government of Borno will very soon re-establish a very functional cyber security program.
He further assured farmers that he will liaise with security operatives to ensure reopening of road leading to the fish dam, noting that this will play a vital role in boosting agricultural productivity and improving the livelihoods of local farmers. In an interview, some beneficiaries extend their heartfelt appreciation to the governor for his outstanding efforts, commitment, and assistance in addressing their pressing needs.
Really,
Government of Borno State has done a lot to us. We pray to Almighty Allah to bless our leaders at all levels. The fact is that we should be grateful to government because I and my family have benefited from the gesture. My name is Sani Adamu. I received 2 bags of maize, so I and my family are grateful. My name is Babagana Audu Baga. The government has come to our aid at the right time. May Allah bless the government for the support. At Cross Kawa, the governor went around markets and personally engaged with local traders, gaining valuable first-hand information about their obstacles and day-to-day activities. From Maiduguri, Adamu Aliu Ngulde, Trust TV News.
5 governorship candidates in the November 11th governorship election in Kogi State have dissolved their structure, resolved to key behind the All Progressive Congress APC standard bearer, Ahmed Usman Ododo. This was disclosed on Saturday in Lokoja, shortly after the meeting of the concerned governorship candidates. The 5 candidates include Omaji Sonde of the APB, Prince Yahaya of the ADP, Muhammad Kabir Umar of the Boot Party, Bala Abdul Ghaffar Idris of the NRM, and Fatima Suleiman of the ZLP Party. The candidates under the aegis of United Progressive Political Parties said they stepped down for Ododo in order to ensure continuity and sustainability of the laudable programs of Governor Yahaya Bello. The spokesperson of the group, Bala Abdul Ghaffar Idris, said that the candidates have recognized Ahmed Ododo's pedigree as the key driver of the incumbent administration, including his commitment to continuity and transformation of the present administration. The National Working Committee (NWC) of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has set up a 120-member campaign council to prosecute the 11th November governorship election for its standard bearer, Dino Malai, in Kogi State. A document to that effect was made available to newsmen in Lokoja on Saturday and was signed by the party's National Publicity Secretary, Debo Onogunaba. The statement showed that the Osun State Governor, Ademola Adeleke, is to chair the campaign committee for the party. The party charged the National Campaign Council to work with seriousness it deserves to ensure victory for the party's candidate. Other members of the campaign council include Plateau State Governor Caleb Mofwang, who is to serve as deputy chairman, Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, former Senate President David Mark, former PDP National Chairman Ahmadu Ali, among others. According to the statement, the committee is expected to be inaugurated on Wednesday, August 2nd, at the National Executive Committee Hall at the party's National Secretariat in Abuja. The National Assembly Elections Petition Tribunal sitting in Kaduna on Friday dismissed the petition brought by the People Democratic Party House of Representatives candidate for Kaura Federal Constituency, Gideon Gwani, to invalidate the election of his Labour Party counterpart, Donatus Matthew. Donatus, a former Okada rider, won the House of Representatives election conducted on February 25, 2023 by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Gideon Gwani, who was the minority whip at the 9th Assembly in the House of Representatives, not satisfied with the outcome of the election, filed a petition at the tribunal seeking to invalidate Donatus' victory. Justice F.A. Pebresema, while delivering judgment on behalf of the three-man panel that heard the petition, dismissed the case and awarded 1.6 million damages to Donatus. A Lagos State High Court sitting at the Tafawa Balewa Square on the island has denied the bail application of the Eze Ndibo of Ajao Estate in the state, Frederick Nwajogu. Justice Yetunde Adesanya instead ordered an accelerated hearing of the terrorism trial of the defendant, which she fixed for October 3, 2023. At the last sitting of the court on July 25th, Nwajogu's counsel, Chino Obuago San, had applied for his bail. Obuago told the court that the defendant is a widower with 6 children. He cannot abandon and will therefore not join bail. He added that the defendant does not possess an international passport and is therefore not a flight risk. The Prosecution Counsel and State Deputy Director for Public Prosecutions, Jonathan Ogunsaya, opposed the application and asked the court to order an accelerated hearing of the case. The judge also directed the officials of the correctional facility to make arrangements for Nwajogu to visit a government hospital for his treatment and adjourn till October 3rd for commencement of trial. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming off after the break, we'll take a look at the different meaning of tattoo. Details of these and more after the break. Do stay with us. Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is the news update on Trust TV, and here is some of the recap of some of our top stories. Troops of Operation Hadarin Daji arrest bandit kingpin, kill in Sokoto, Zamfara. National Association of Resident Doctors Association vows to continue strike until demands are met as Nurses Midwives Association suspend planned strike in Kwara. And now moving on to other stories. 36 mobile courts have been established by the Nasarawa state government in 30 local government areas to prosecute those caught violating environmental sanitation laws of the state. Chief Prosecuting Officer on the violators of environmental sanitation, Abubakar Muhammad, made this known while briefing newsmen on the monthly sanitation exercise in Lafia. Abubakar Abdullahi sent in the report as presented from our studio.
The establishment of the 36 mobile courts by the Nasarawa state government, according to the state chief prosecuting officer on environmental sanitation, Abubakar Muhammad, is to ensure proper enforcement of the exercise.
We add more courts, and people, quite all right. It's the attitude of people when they see there are law hanging them, then they respect that law. And this is initiative bring out by the permanent secretary, the new permanent secretary of the and the state. We have 38 courts now on the ground. So now 13 courts in local government, with the exception of Lafia Woods, they have 3 courts.
He added that Lafia and Karu local government areas have 3 mobile courts, each located in strategic locations for administrative convenience. The chief prosecuting officer further noted that 32 persons were arrested for violation of monthly sanitation in the state.
And people were prosecuted and there were been sanctions according to the law.
How many people?
We have in Lafia alone, and its environment, that is Shabu and Lafia is the total number of 28 people were arrested for violation of the case.
He said those arrested failed to clean the environment during the compulsory sanitation exercise. He explained that their sanctions are clearly stated in Section 9, Subsection 2 of the State Environmental Law 2020, which includes fine not below 10,000 naira or imprisonment or both. On the level of compliance, the chief prosecuting officer expressed satisfaction with the exercise and applauded the traditional rulers, chairman of area councils, as well as the security agencies for the successes of the exercise.
While some people believe that tattoos are ways to connect with their cultural heritage, others opined that it is a symbol of indiscipline and immorality. In Asaba, Jonathan Awonyaye seeks to find out why people nowadays prefer tattoos to body paintings. The report.
From one ethnic group to another in Nigeria, there are stunning body paintings that are used for ceremonial, aesthetic, or religious purposes. In some cases, beauty is expressed in some of these paintings, while social status, title, membership, or age can depict a particular painting. These days, body paintings have been revolutionized. Tattoos have managed to stay as a part of human culture, and people make inscriptions and drawings on their skin. Ink on the body is fast becoming a major trend in today's society, despite being likened to as an act of unruly behavior. Some of these paints depict many things or symbolizes events, conditions, situations. As the tattoo trend continues to spike among youth in the Southeast, residents who spoke with Trust TV in Asaba bear their minds on the use of tattoo.
Tattoo, the way we see it, is being irresponsible, but it's a very common thing among our youths, and we are doing our best to lecture them, to sensitize them to do away with it. That it does not give good impression. We believe it has to do with hooliganism and all of that.
Personally, I don't really like tattoos, except besides the fact that it's very painful and then it stays on your skin and all those kind of side effects and things. I don't think it's something that we should be proud of to do.
To others, tattoos are widely considered to be a form of fashion.
That's just for tattoo is for fashion. It's not that maybe when you have tattoo then you are a bad boy. We still have the good ones that have tattoo in their body because they see it's a way of life and a way for fashion.
They do tattoo because they want to express themselves, and also they are doing it because they want to remember that they are loved ones.
A tattoo is formed on the body through the use of permanent ink and needles. The tattoo machine makes punctures in the skin, inserting ink into the second layer of the skin, known as the dermis, changing the skin's pigmentation and causes scarring, which allows drawings to be made and stay permanent. Jonathan Awonyaye for Trust TV News.
Following the coup in Republic of Niger that has upended the constitutional and political leadership in the West African country, the chairman of ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, President Bola Tinubu, will host a special meeting of the regional leaders on Sunday, July 30th in Abuja. Dele Alake, special advisor to the president on special duties, communications and strategy, said this in a statement, that the president as chairman of ECOWAS, in a statement he personally signed on Wednesday, July 26, 2023, condemned the current political situation in the neighboring country and promised that ECOWAS and the international community will do everything to defend democracy and ensure democratic governance continues to take firm root in the sub-region. Similarly, U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris and United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, in separate telephone calls on Thursday evening, with President Tinubu, affirmed the support of the U.S. and UN for the position taken by ECOWAS and the Nigerian leader to restore constitutional order in Niger. And now on the international scene, the European Union has suspended its financial support and cooperation on security with Niger with immediate effect following the military coup there. The EU senior diplomat said on Saturday the coup leaders declared General Abdurrahmani Tiani as head of state on Friday, ousting President Mohamed Bazoum. The EU, the United States and other countries have called for the unconditional release of Bazoum from detention and the restoration of democratic order in the country. Niger is a major recipient of Western aid and a key partner of the European Union in helping contain irregular migration from sub-Saharan Africa. The EU allocated 500,000 and 3 million euros, 55,000 million from it to improve governance, education and sustainable growth in Niger over 2021 to 2024, according to its website. And now finally on sports news, Super Eagles winger Chidera Ejuke will undergo medical test at Belgian Pierre Pro League side Royal Antwerp this weekend. Ejuke will join the race on a season-long loan deal from Russian Premier League club. CSKA Moscow, the 25-year-old, spent the last season on loan at the German club. Hertha Berlin injuries slowed down his performance for the capital club, which was relegated from the Bundesliga. His arrival will swell the number of Nigerians at the club for. Al-Hassan Yusuf, Victor Odo and George Elenekena are already part of Antwerp's first. And with that, we have come to the end of the Trust News Update. Do not forget to follow us across all our media platforms and our YouTube live stream. I am Abdurrahman Omar. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.